And now I'm sitting in the cell by myself, in confinement, and I'm getting mad at God. And I'm telling God, this is all your fault. See, I give my life to you, and this is what you put me at? Put me in here? By myself? I'm going crazy in confinement. You know, why am I in confinement? And what happened was God wanted me all to myself. He wanted me only. My name is Davey Camargo. Hear my story. I grew up in Los Angeles area, California. I grew up in a good home. At the beginning of my junior high year, I was getting in so many fights that my parents were worried that I was going to join a gang. They moved us to this nice area. Well, guess what? There was all gangs there too. You start robbing, you start stealing, you start doing drugs, start partying, you start getting into fights with other rivals, and you start making a name for yourself. Next thing you know, those rivals want to kill you. So I joined the army thinking, well, if I do that, they'll forget about me. I did my time in the military. When I got out, I went in and started working, doing repos, repossessions on cars and other things. And then got into the nightclub security part of it. One day, this guy, I was at this function, this guy comes up to me and he says, "Hey man, I'm praying for you. I love you." It shocked me because nobody said those words as a grown man. Love to me. I love you and I'm praying for you. And it tripped me out, and I was like, man, and it kind of got me embarrassed, because I had other guys there and they were laughing. And a voice hit me. And it clearly said, "I send you my love and you reject it." So I walked out that door and I caught him when he was pulling out and I told him, "Roll down your window." And he goes, "No, man, I don't want no problems." I said, "Man, Carlos, roll down your window." So he rolls it down. I said, "Man, whatever you're doing, man, it's working. Give me your number." And I got excited. I called him up and I said, "Hey, man, Carlos, what's up, man? I want to go to your church." And he's like, "Oh, man, that's great. Let's go tonight." And I said, "On a Monday? Come on, Carlos, man. This is church is on Sundays." He goes, "No, tonight's men's discipleship." I walk into this place and these men, they're all tatted up and they look gang banged out like they just got out of prison. But then there was guys that just got off work and they're in their work uniforms, and then older guys, some guys were in suit and tie, youngsters. And I was like, what the heck is this place? And then there was this preacher that was talking about this gift. And he's saying like, this gift is sitting right in front of you, man. All you got to do is open it up and be open to it. And then he said about bringing everything to the altar. I really want to change. I'm tired of being tired. So I just got up and I felt like I was walking a mile up to that altar. But when I got there, man, I felt the presence. It's like this high that I never felt in my life, but it was a good high. It was like, I want more of this. The preacher came and put his hand right on my chest. And when he did that, he went, whoa, woof. God has something powerful for your life. And I was so happy that day. And I left that place like on a high, spiritual high. So my life continued. Right when I got saved, I was like still living. I gave my life to the Lord, but I didn't know how to become a Christian. You're a baby Christian. So your life is still running the same way. And the SWAT team hits my house. And it was a big, giant indictment. I give my life to the Lord, and I end up with 4 cases now that I'm fighting. And they're laughing. The guards are like, man, you will never see the streets now. 2 of those cases are life sentences. And I'm tripping out. And I'm going crazy in that cell. I'm talking to myself. And I remember going to the shower and I see this box with books. And I had this towel. And they're escorting me to showers. So when I come out, I drop my towel and I grab the biggest book I can feel. And I grabbed it. And the guard goes, hey, what you grab? And I said, man, just let me read this book. And he says, all right, take it. I said, thank you. I go back into the cell open up my towel. It's the Bible, man. So I didn't even touch that book for like a week later. I'm going crazy in there, you know? And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to read this book. And I just opened it up. And I remember the guards will open the book and say, hey, what are you doing? And I say, hey, man, get out of here, man. I'm praying. And the guys will shut the door on me, you know? And so I just start getting into that. So when I'm in there, they took me to court. I go to one county, I go to this other county, I go to this other county, I had like 4 different places. And I remember going to the first county, and it was a gun charge. And they said, hey, we can't find the gun. We lost it in property. The judge gets mad and he drops the case. I was like, God, is that you working? God was just like, don't worry, I got you, mijo. I got you, son. You know, like, I'm going to take care of you because I got a purpose for you. So the big case comes up. So the judge said something like, this has been going on too long. You guys need to settle this now. So I told my attorney, I said, hey, tell him time served because I'm locked up. And he goes, oh, he ain't going to give you that. And I said, come on, man. Just go over there and tell him. So he did. He goes, hey, my client wants, because he's locked up already, he's doing time, he's incarcerated. Can you give him time served? And they say, oh, no, that'll never happen. We'll give him 2 years. But then I go, no, tell him 1 year. And they came back and they said, all right, we'll give you 1 year, 12 months, because you're already incarcerated. But we're going to give you a joint suspension, 15 years joint suspension. So I finished doing all this time. I'm out now with nothing. I was just like, man, I got you, Jesus. What's next? I get into prison ministry. I start working with kids. I start doing biker ministry, lowrider ministry. I'll go to other places and they will say, hey, man, we're going to go to Texas to go preach. I said, I'm down. And then the best part is God gave me an awesome wife, man, that I met in the church. I start building a team. I start working with different pastors, and I'm trying to build this drama team here in Florida. And I'm just doing outreaches and connecting with the right people to connect with people that are lost, with my old club, with other clubs, gang members, drug addicts, whatever it is, man. I'm out there just spreading that word and planting that seed. So I know how it is when you're sitting in that chair and people are telling you, man, that guy will always be in prison the rest of his life or on drugs, or he'll be that thief or that liar. I know how that is because that's what they used to say about me. But you know what? God chooses the foolish things of the world to shame the wise. And that's why he picked me. Because he picked me, he changed my life. And now I'm out here saying that he'll choose you too. And he's going to pick you and make you that person, mold you into that person that he wants you to be, so you can show your life to others who are lost.